Hello people, this is PowerRider here with an unboxing that would have been a part of the Hypocritical Saber openings, but I'm like, at this point, we need a short video. So here we have a Toko Collectibles box with Ultraman tape, but most importantly, vandalism from my niece. So I'm actually surprised this is actually here. We are, oh shoot. Wow, this is different. This is different alright from Toko Collectibles. Is this just how, I think they just shipped it how it was shipped. Okay. But see, like this is the disbelief that, like, just, why is it this huge? This is, how are you supposed to orient this? What the heck? This is the most, this has to be the second biggest VisaNex thing they've released, because the first thing had to been the it had to been the brake gunner. But this is weird. How are, why? I guess this is the thumbnail. Ahoy! I really hate how things are angled differently between my camera, my phone, the camera on my phone, and like my actual camera and such, but I guess let's just... Is this gonna be like Gates Majesty, or this is just not gonna be sealed anymore? That was kind of the annoying thing with Gates Majesty. The tape didn't really stick together anymore. But the thing I'm not too big on is just the fact that my box is obviously took some damage. And it's just kind of... So, here's our cardboard blurb. Yep. This will sell for like $2 at best. The Blu-ray. I really do think the cover of this is pretty neat. We will protect Humagear's freedom and dreams by our hands. Well, I really like the design of this. And the ads. So obviously there's a digital code, I believe. It's actually nice they're putting advertisements for this. That's neat. Oh, and then Super Sentai Friends. And the typical Blu-ray, the typical, disc advertisements. Obviously, Vulcan and Valkyrie that I got pre-ordered. Geo versus Decade and Decade versus Geo. Finally coming out on Blu-ray and DVD. See, the thing I'm curious about is whether or not, because, obviously, I'll get to later. Blu-ray releases of Agito. A bunch of crossovers on sale, I think, because of Superhero Senki. And because, because of the anniversary. The Kamen the movie collection, and Zenkaiger being on Blu-ray. Kira Major vs. Ryusoulger. The Kira Major final stage show. We got 5-man re-releases on DVD, and then Gal Ranger re-releases. Some anime. Good thing there's not a lot of anime on this one, unless I missed out on a bunch. Yeah, so barely any anime, woohoo. And this is the typical like pamphlet. Oh, this is the special crosstalk. Oh, that's neat. I don't know why it was technically packed in on the back. I really do like that they actually do use the as the background, it's the initial poster for MetsubouJinrai, so that's pretty neat. And then this one's obviously the main visual. And just typical, don't touch the Blu-ray stuff. And then, okay, so going back to Geo vs. Decade, because obviously here we got the Blu-ray for MetsubouJinrai, and then here we got the single for SOS, which is, thank gosh, I actually really do like this song. And it just kind of sucks that, you know, this is technically the only way to get these, or the only way recently to get the VSynX endings, because this was a thing since Xade, which I'm not too big on. I think with Xade, it was, I think it was Laser versus Gem versus Laser, or Laser versus Gem. It was that one. I think they packed in the endings because Popey, no, Paradox with Popey came with Maximum Mighty X. But this is essentially So Geo vs. Decade and Decade vs. Geo, that's going to come with the CD with both versions of Inside Out. However, we don't know. It's most likely implied that it's the full versions, but at the same time, because the initial digital releases of Inside Out don't state that they're the short versions. So it's very, like, I'm kind of on the side that I don't think there are full versions of Inside Out, which sucks. I think because technically when you put the two songs together, they're in an entire song, but that technically means there's no bridge or third chorus. It's just you get a verse, a pre-chorus, a chorus, and that's it. So I think it would have been neat for Inside Out. And the spine is pretty interesting. So it would have been neat for Inside Out if there's just a version that was both the Decade version and the Geo version combined and such. But yeah, I really do also like that with the Zero and VSynXs that the Monkey Magic were doing the endings for both. I honestly forgot what the name of the Vulcan and Valkyrie one was called. I think because I only heard it once or twice. Yeah, and this even says it takes place after real time because obviously reasons. Obviously, I'll put this back whenever I can, but I really do like this is consistent. I have to give them that at least. And I really do like, you know, MetsubouJinrai on obviously we got the entirety of MetsubouJinrai, and luckily on the back it's actually a different picture of MetsubouJinrai. So they skimped out on these two images, but you know, at least it's not the same image. So we'll just also this side's pretty neat. Was 02 this big? I don't think so. Is there? Yeah, there's tape on the bottom. I don't recall the 02 unit being this gigantic. I forgot that So, what? At least like 2 to 3 days ago, I stupidly cut my finger on my bookshelf, which sucked because I was actually I was back. Yeah, this is a lot. Why and gosh darn it, Bandai, being inconsistent as always. So, cause 02 was in plastic, so why isn't this in plastic? But the thing is that like I somehow cut my finger on my bookshelf because I was attempting to grab something. So we got 22 phrases and then 5 additional phrases for when you put in the belt. It's so nice to actually see phrases because Premium, I think they opted out, obviously because Premium also opted out on instructions. So, you know, you get things like the Z Premium risers where you don't even know what the amount of phrases that there are included. MetsubouJinrai will be extinct. I like how MetsubouJinrai is just broken up. Wow, this one, yeah, I just realized this only includes 2 LR44s because that's how the art keys were for some reason. But essentially, back to my finger. Yeah, so I was going to record stuff, but then it was like, oh shoot, I can't. So here we are with the MetsubouJinrai driver unit. That's a lot heavier than I was anticipating. Yeah, this thing's hefty. Oh my gosh. This thing's heavy. What kind of connectors are these? Okay. Okay, so this part's a remold for sure. But this entire section, oh my gosh. I really like how this looks because you get the scorpion, falcon, dodo, Japanese wolf. Man, this thing is hefty. Okay. What is this one within the QR code? This one's 043. What the heck? That looks unreal. And then like I'm not too big on the fact that they decided to retool the ARC 0 key or the ARC 1 key, but this is at least better. I was never too big on the ARC 0 or the ARC 1 key in the first place, so again, to actually have something better than it is great. And also, like, just MetsubouJinrai in general is probably, like, I actually do like MetsubouJinrai. I don't know why no one likes him. Like, especially, like, I never really was too big on Hirobi's suit, so I think that's probably the big contender as to why I actually do like MetsubouJinrai. I think it just does a lot that I'm like, to me, that's like, oh yeah, I actually do like what they did to Hirobi's suit. Yeah, so let me just compare this with the 02 driver. Yeah, okay, so this is, yeah, that's a lot bulkier. Obviously, they got rid of the pin up here, so that's great. So they're really trying to make this exclusively for 02. Other than that, so yeah, I think it's obvious that they retooled. This is the only part they repurposed. And then, yeah, the entire, like, so this is the same concept, which I'm kind of not too big on. This one's I think this one definitely improves on the issue of 02, which is that it's actually like, I guess to a certain point, but like it actually clicks and will actually like obviously like with some force, sure, but this one is just horrible. This 02 is horrible. I never liked that about 02. And then let's just get this over with. I'm too lazy to pull arc 1 because that one's not mine, but yeah, like I'm actually happy. Like, so at least the front, like it's essentially the same idea, but like I actually do like how they actually changed it up, because I think technically MetsubouJinrai is a new mold. And then, okay. See, okay, this is what confuses me. Why does this one get stuck with the trans stamp, but not any of the... I guess it's because this one's a standalone, but like... Like, I don't know. Like, the other ones at least did a better job at being trans stamped. Trying to look at... I think all the PowerRider keys for the most part are trans stamped. This, even if like, you know, it's specific device, because you know, like Eden, you know, the Eden driver faceplate, the Eden driver unit, both that. No, this doesn't have it. Yeah, or Caucasus never had it. Yeah, so that's going to be interesting to see for Zaya, where they're going to put the trans stamp. the Slash Riser, like the Slash Riser has the, yeah, so the Slash Riser has the trans stamp on the buckle and the PowerRider key. So like I just never like, I don't know, this is just like offending. But yeah, so I didn't know that these two went back to back, but where did these two go from then? See, like, what's the gap between 34 and like 40? 2. What is Jackal? Jackal's 20. Well, then again, I don't see what was crowding Hopper. But anyways. Wow, this thing is loud. And I forgot the speaker wasn't at the front. Yeah, so I don't understand why red LEDs only require 2 LR44s, but
MetsubouJinrai's ability. Math Brain's ability.
it really sucks they're the same sound. This hurts. What the heck? It's interesting that it doesn't continue to pulsate after the character's done. I kind of wish it did that, just so then you know it's done. And also consistency.
お前の大切な人間に歯を向けたとしたら、そ滅亡人雷ネットの意志は一つだ。世界が必要とするならば、我々が悪となろう。俺たちには俺たちの正義がある。
ええ。ヒューマギアの夢と自由をこの手で守る。
二度と同じ過ちを繰り返さないためにも、誰かがやらなきゃならないんだ。いざ、聖戦の時だ。滅亡人雷ネットの意志のままに、かけMetsubouJinrai driver. Mass brain. 変身！僕の意志は、僕の自由だ！
So that's interesting. It just skips the abilities when you go into essentially the second mode. See, so this is the thing. I appreciate them actually like upscaling the volume. However, this is the reason why I don't really like the arc keys is because the speaker quality is horrible. It's really muffled, so it's just kind of like I appreciate them trying to make this as close to the memorial keys as they can, but the issue is just that it's muffled and it's not clear. So let's obviously get to our 01 driver. So obviously when you slide this in, you're not going to get the additional sound because it's not pressing that. This, I don't know, like I'm not too big on the closed mode for sure. It's just not really inspiring and such. And then I don't know, like I kind of wish there was a way that there's I kind of don't really like the idea of these being here already. I understand there's no way of like changing this unless you act these, like, I don't know, essentially making this like $300, but I don't know, because I just feel like this just ruins it, and it really only works when you slide it and such. So I guess like I wish there was a way essentially that by just sliding it, like, I don't know, just doing something that, you know, doing something that I guess when you push it, it would actually like open, it would actually open the cover, you know, to actually be like something different. But and the thing I actually do like that MetsubouJinrai does a lot better than these keys is that they actually fully show the face, unlike these ones, because these ones are just stupidly cut off. Man, you can tell they didn't get them back at all. So that's the first for Rider, at least. So there, now all three franchises have that equality. And I actually do appreciate they added these extra securants. Or these extra, like, pieces of plastic. So then this thing doesn't move around. Really appreciate that. So, like, especially for the first one, you can tell there's like a hard fade out. It's just funny. Oh my gosh, I didn't know that would be great in person. Oh wow, I love people in pain. I really don't like the fact that MetsubouJinrai, like, this is the first key that like goes over the impact, which I understand why they did it, but I just wish that, you know, we'll get to it later. I don't like the thing, because this is technically wrong with the to the VSNX. I obviously I haven't watched it. Like, I've seen like snippets of it, but like the thing is that like, I just don't like the fact they changed the order, because it should be Mass Brain first and then MetsubouJinrai. What even is quartet? I think all of these are the same. Yeah, those are all the same, but man, I love they included that. Like, that's cool. Like, this is memorial levels of like what you would expect. I love that. Like, because that's what I like about. This is what I like about memorial, like, not memorial, VSNX items. They're essentially retail premium items, and it's like yeah, they essentially do sell for like what premium will sell them for, but like, you know, it's just that you just have to get them with a Blu-ray and such. But this is what I really like that VSNX items have been doing, like, at least, or this, like, no, I think this is a nice, gosh, this is a nice direction for VSNX items to go into. Just be premium items just sold in retail. Like, including that, it's cool, and it does mass brain too, but it doesn't do anything new. And I'm obviously, if, oh shoot, how do okay, the button here is a lot more, like, the button here is a lot more tighter. And then wow, it still does it. Oh, we're just gonna go with the shorter. Great. Oh, so that's still the same. Let's do this.
Authorized.
Slash rise.
MetsubouJinrai. Contact with unified will. Mass brain. MetsubouJinrai blast.
Wow. I think they were completely lazy and didn't bother editing the sounds at all. But as you can hear there, MetsubouJinrai has a more quicker secondary announcement for this and the like force risers and such. So I understand why they kept the original like MetsubouJinrai announcement for the MetsubouJinrai driver, but the issue is that it doesn't line up with what the timing for the 01 driver. So they should have just done I don't know why they didn't do this, but they should have just programmed it like the Legend Riders and Horseshoe Crab, where the moment you like press it in, it just says it right away. Or just change the timing. I don't know why they didn't change the timing. It would have been fine. But like, that's the thing that bothers me. Yeah, disappointing that they don't bother changing the sounds, because I think Arc Scorpion at least did so. I don't know. Obviously, these don't change. This is... This is horrendous. Obviously this was never going to get changed. But this is horrendous. See, they changed the timing. Why is it with this they changed the timing, but not with the actual 01 driver? It sucks this thing didn't get a power up at all. I understand that they wanted to do more 01 driver variants. That's understandable. But come on, give the Force Riser something. And I was too lazy to pull out the arrow, so we're technically done. But actually, then
Authorize.
Which section is it?
Authorize. Authorize.
Yeah, that's essentially it for the mass brain. I forgot this was a Zetsumaru's key. I don't understand why. But that's it for the mass brain Zetsumaru's key and the MetsubouJinrai driver unit. What am I doing? Pretty interesting overall. I'm going to get intruded. No. Okay. So yeah, that'll be it for that. Um, I actually do like it. Like this, like the look of this is like beautiful. Like first of all, like I really do like this. And the stability of it, the sturdiness of it, stability. Obviously, like the review of this will obviously get delayed because I want to review this along with the Zaya Zetsumaru's keys and then the Vulcan and Valkyrie keys. So yeah, but that's essentially it. I need to put all this back together and such. And yeah, so wow, a quick unboxing for once, 35 minutes. This is PowerRider, and I'll leave you people. Bye.